Welcome back to the Backyard Cricket Network for our back-to-back coverage of today's Backyard Boxing Day match.
It's going to be a hell of a game out here today, but before we get underway, let's have a look at some of the keys to victory.
My first one is, will the new ball affect play?
Absolutely it will. As we know in the backyard, ball tampering is encouraged, and a hell of a lot of work has gone into these balls from the whole extended family. Big role to play for sure.
Next one for me is, can they wake up the skip from an obvious food coma for another fast bowling session?
Now, the great man put in a hell of an innings over lunch. This is going to take a full team effort to get him off the couch for the second session.
I think he went back for fourths, if I remember.
Yeah, hey, slow down. That lunch is for everyone, mate.
And finally, can they contain Nana from telling any more of those jokes about woke types cancelling Christmas?
Yeah, good point, because as we saw last year, if you don't contain Nana early, she can really get away from you.
She said a lot of bad things, but there was one good joke.
I think we all know the one you're referring to.
Okay.
We're just trying to stay on air here. The point is, when she gets her eye in, she can be a real handful. And someone else who can be a real handful is Uncle Sammy. Let's have a look at some of his highlights from last year.
Whilst his official family uncle status is still under review, what is not is his ability to cart the annoying in-laws to all corners of the yard, Hammer.
Yes, but his incredible display last year wasn't without controversy, with the one-hand, one-bounce law rearing its ugly head yet again. Now, you can see here Sammy claiming one despite juggling it, and as we learned in the backyard last year, you've got to take it cleanly to claim one hand, one bounce.
I haven't seen this much family attention since we had to fix Dad's Wi-Fi.
Yes, which as we learned was a modem issue.
It's not a modem issue.
Almost certainly was. Anyway, he was a real handful with the bat, but he was also a handful with the ball. Now, here's where he went to Nan last year. Not a lot of deliveries in her half. Very clear plan to challenge that hit replacement there.
No, and she didn't handle it particularly well, did she, Hammy?
No, she didn't. God rest her soul. Now, anyone in their 20s or 30s, couple of variations here. There's a few variations of the Beamer and the Yorker. Now, the Beamer's usually coming on the first ball where the batsman can't get out.
Yeah.
Classic bully behaviour.
Big time. And when he gets it right, it can be a real handful, kind of Hammy.
Well, as we saw last year, he really challenged Flanders' middle stump early.
If we could just rock and roll that.
Yeah, nasty stuff. And the new ball called for shortly after that.
A big day of play about to get underway here as the players make their way out to the middle now.
Shotgun batting. Sammy, yeah.
Come on, fair.
Oh, yeah. You can't go from commentating to batting.
By the way, he still reckons it's a modem issue.
It was not a modem issue.
That's what I said.
It wasn't even plugged in. Bowler's name!